Yeah.
Welcome back to the Gridiron Expert. Every few months or so, we try to sit down and provide you with some channel updates and what to expect from us here content-wise over the following weeks or even over the following months. And today I want to take that opportunity to share with you guys what to expect, especially during a time right now where we don't have sports and there's not much to watch. And we appreciate all the comments that we've received from you guys. Some of you saying that this is getting you through this time, that's providing you some sports content and coverage that you wouldn't be getting otherwise during this time. And we are so honored and happy that we're able to be that source for you. So I wanted to give you all a heads up of what to expect over the following weeks so you could kind of look forward to it a little bit. So the first thing you got to know is things are starting to heat back up here at the Gridiron Expert. Yes, this upcoming college football season may still be up in the air. We don't know if we're going to have it in the fall. We don't know if we're going to have it maybe in the spring. We don't know if we're going to have it at all. But regardless, we're still going to go as business as usual here at the Gridiron Expert. So that basketball phase we did, the NCAA tournament, is done. It is all football all the time now. And the first thing we're going to bring you is starting tomorrow, we will have NFL draft coverage. We are just about 5 days away from the 2020 NFL draft, which, like everything else, will look very different. It's going to be virtual. Players aren't going to be there walking across the stage. Roger Goodell, the NFL commissioner, will be announcing the picks from his basement. But we're 5 days away from that, one of the biggest sporting events we've had in months, and we'll have coverage of that all week long. Starting tomorrow, we're going to be taking a look at the top 5 quarterback prospects that we have ranked. We will bring you analysis on them. Then we will take a look at the wide receivers. Many are considering this to be one of the best wide receiver class in NFL draft history. It's a very deep and very talented class. So we're going to take a look at some of those. We're going to have a mock draft for our top 10 picks. So 1 through 10, we're going to kind of do our own mini drafts, thinking where we think each player is going to go when the first round begins on Thursday night. And then we will have a first round recap either Thursday night late or Friday morning, where we will kind of break down the highlights of the night, but also some of the biggest surprises, whether someone got drafted much higher than expected, whether someone didn't get drafted or was drafted much lower. We'll break all of that down for you for the first round when it concludes Thursday night. So tons of NFL draft coverage, kind of mixing NFL and college football coverage together, but that's all coming your way this week, so stay tuned for all of that. Right after that, the following week, there's a little bit of a gap there between the beginning of May, end of April, beginning of May. Plenty of college football coverage coming your way. We're looking at hot seat coaches. We're looking at week 1 games. We're going to be looking ahead a little bit. And then when May begins, we're going to do something we've never really done before, and that's going to be schedule previews. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to do schedule previews for every Power 5 school. We're going to do schedule previews for our top 25. If you remember, a few months ago, we released our top 25 teams, kind of an early top 25 rankings. We're going to take a look at every single one of those teams. We're going to take a look at their schedule. We're not going to predict. We're not going to tell you how we think they're going to do. We're just going to take a look at the schedule. Maybe some trap games to watch out for. Maybe some big-time games that could affect some of the college football playoff contenders. That game that could boost their resume or hurt them. We're going to take a look at all of those for our top 25 teams, and that's going to cover the entire month of May, or at least the majority of it. So we've never done that before here at the Gridiron Expert, but that's going to be something that's going to be really good. We're going to do that, and then June comes along, and we'll start diving into predictions later in that month. So kind of a good intro to that. So that's going to be coming your way as well. And then finally, we are finally getting back on the live stream track. We are finally getting back to doing weekly live streams. That is solely on me. We really dropped the ball on that, as many of you can imagine, and as many of you have probably dealt with. Life and other obligations get busy, they get hectic, take more priority, so we had to deal with that. But now things are dying down a little bit, so every Wednesday night, unless I say otherwise, with a post here on YouTube or on Twitter at Gridiron Expert or on Instagram at The Gridiron Expert, we will have a live call-in show so we can discuss college football with you every Wednesday at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time. And of course, we'll put updates out for that. We'll, advertise that as much as we can so we can get as many of you on the calls and as many of you in the live chat as possible. But it's something that we've been wanting to do for a while. The timing just hasn't worked out, but this coming Wednesday, we will start that 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time live streams here at the Gridiron Expert, and those will be weekly, of course, like we said, unless something else comes up, but that is not the plan because we want to get to you guys. We want to talk with you guys, taking your calls, going through as many comments in the chat as possible, and who knows how long we'll go. An hour, 2 hours, 2.5, who knows, who cares? During this time of quarantine, we want to talk ball as much as possible with you guys. So that's just a little bit of what to expect from us. That's going to get us from now until about the end of May. And then, as you all know, predictions start up after that, and that carries us through the beginning of the season. And fingers crossed, we hope to God that that happens. And so finally, after all of this content that we're going to be coming and bringing your way, we just want to close by saying that our thoughts and prayers are still with all of you. And we hope that all of you guys are doing extremely well. Those of you that have been affected, those of you that have not been affected but are still having to stay quarantined and social distancing, those of you that know people that have been affected, we are with you, and thoughts and prayers are with you, and we hope you're doing well and staying safe out there. It's very, very crazy times, very scary times, but things are getting better. We are getting through this, and we are going to get through this. Normal life will return very, very soon. I have no doubt about that. And with that, sports and college football will be along with it. But once again, we want to thank you guys so much for all of your support, all of the kind words, and we hope that we can continue to be one of your major sources for college football news, predictions, and analysis, especially in this time where across the nation, we don't really have that. So we do want to thank you so much for that and want to just once again offer our thoughts and condolences to everybody out there as we continue to work through this crazy, crazy Corona season. So guys, there you have it. Just a quick update from us here at the Gridiron Expert. Just wanted to give you an idea of what's coming your way soon. I know I always like to know from my people what's coming my way, so I want to do the same for you guys. So plenty of high quality content coming starting tomorrow with the NFL draft coverage carrying all the way through the end of May. And once again, we can't wait to be along on this ride with you guys. So thank you so much for watching us here at the Gridiron Expert. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, check us out on Instagram, check us out on Twitter. We're going to be active everywhere, so do not miss out. And as always, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time at the Gridiron Expert.